So it's the festive season. Happy Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year. Uh, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful, joyous celebration with your family. And as we welcome the new year, thank you for a wonderful year. And hopefully, the next year we go stronger, we go harder. So, as we can see on Euro USD, today we expect unemployment data from the US. So, let's see what happens with that data. But you can see we've grabbed liquidity above all of this high, right? And here also, so now we've come into the supply and we're stalling here. So for me, you could either see I'm still bullish on Euro USD. The only thing that would make me want to sell is a break below this area, this low right here. Then we've shifted our structure to bearish instead of bullish. So for now, this is not an ideal place to buy because of you can see our target is not really we don't have, how would I say, we don't have a clean target. All of this highs have been taken, and from here we could start to sell. We could see some bearish pressure coming to the market. So what we want is, okay, we want to wait for a retracement into the liquidity lows, and then from there perhaps we could see some a change of character, and then we move from there. As you can see, this is our sell before this buy up. So a retracement into this area would mean, okay, further buys for us at the moment. Okay, looking at the dollar index, which also, because you can see dollar index has also retraced into the quarterly open, and this always acts as a natural area of support and resistance. And you also know we have the unemployment numbers coming out today, so you want to be cautious, as we've also filled this gap, right? So you want to be cautious and wait for a retracement. Perhaps we see some bullish pressure coming to the market, and when we grab liquidity, we can look for the shorts. But for now, you don't want to be getting into new positions. Rather, you want to be scaling out. And similar with gold hit all-time highs yesterday, and so you really don't look at this liquidity low that we marked, and here that we marked. From here we saw the buying pressure. So if you got into this trade, congratulations, you should be out of it by now. So the next thing now is, okay, now this is our area of demand, right? This is our buy up, our sell before this buy up, right? And now we've pushed into this area of demand. Where is liquidity? We have liquidity resting here, right? So you want to see perhaps a grab of this liquidity and then a change of character, and then we start to push up. Or you could just, because we have this as our strong low, as it grab this liquidity to our left, so inside here you would want to look for those buys. Okay, so wait for that change of character, a swipe of this low, and then we could look for those buys on gold. Okay, looking at AUD USD, guys, this has already made its move that we discussed here. It was consolidating, and then we got the change of character, and since then, even when it broke out, we were waiting for, okay, maybe we get that retracement. It never came, and then we just pushed into the highs. Now we've grabbed liquidity above, so you really don't want to be getting into any new position. You want to wait for accumulation, and then you want to get into further longs, as I'm still long on this pair due to the fundamentals being in support of longs. And also with GU, guys, GU has made its move into this high, so I'm more interested in short on this pair because GBP USD is still bearish and the pound is still bearish. So from here, from maybe if we sweep this high, we could start looking for those shorts into these lows. It's a trade that I would be looking at and seeing how I can take advantage of it. Okay, so I will be waiting for a sweep of this high and then a change of character below this daily open. Then we could get into some short positions, at least into this quarterly open, or even here, or even into the weekly open. Okay, so let's keep an eye out for that. with NU guys, NU is bullish at the moment. You really don't want to sell this because New Zealand, the Kiwi dollar is bullish. So as you can see, we've swept this high, so as we're stalling. So you don't want to get into new positions here. You want to wait for reaccumulation, swiping of the lows of this liquidity lows, and then from there perhaps we could look for some longs if price action aligns, okay? Or even we could wait for a deeper retracement into this quarterly open if market is going to give us that. And with US 30 guys, with US 30, with this I'm still waiting for buys, but I'm not looking for buys from here. As for me, it is poorly priced. We could start pushing up from there, but I see this, okay, this liquidity grab, and then we have this change of character right here. But I also see this ascending lows rather, and I can see liquidity building, this trend line liquidity. So it won't be odd to come and swipe it in the future before making our next bullish move. So let's keep an eye out for that. USD CAD, guys, this is bullish, and also if you see, we've hit our targets and further and even gone beyond. So here we have these lows, as this is also ascending lows, guys. So if we expect that to be the next target, so let's see how, if market gives us an entry before getting there, we would take a trade, as this is bearish and you don't want to be looking for longs. You don't call bottoms on this, you just wait for liquidity swipes above here. Right here we have here also. So you wait for this, and then from there we could start to look for those short positions. With the yen, guys, you don't want to, right now you really don't want to be selling the yen, which translates to buying USD JPY or XXS JPY, because as the governor of the federal bank, either is hinting towards stepping in and hiking rates sooner than we expect. So, and that would mean some bullish momentum for the yen and bearish for USD JPY and XXS JPY pairs. Okay, so you want to be patient and wait for, I would be waiting for maybe this lows to go, and then I can start looking for those short positions. Or I would wait for a fake out of the highs, and then we start looking for short positions. The moment I see that buyers are getting trapped, then I would be looking for those short positions, if that were to play out. But if not, then you just go according to the trend. Okay, I wish you a wonderful holiday. This would be the last video for this year. I know I'm supposed to talk about the Japanese yen and their policies. We would have a separate video discussing that. I wish you a wonderful celebration. Thank you for the wonderful year.